First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and double honors to my elders of the Sakari, right? Today I'm going into Regeneration. It's a big misconception on life after death and what happens. I noticed that a lot in our community and throughout the world, and I just want to, set things straight. And first, I'm going into Ecclesiastes 1:9, right? And it says, "What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun," right? So that means spirits as well. The Most High is not up there making new spirits, right? He's sending the same spirits that He created, right? Over and over and over. He brings them back. It's like a cycle, like a rain cycle, right? That's how the Most High operates. There's nothing new under the sun, right? This is Genesis chapter 15, verse KJV real quick. 15:15, and it says, "And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full," right? So those people are going to be buried in a good old age, but in the fourth generation they shall come back, right? Let me see what it says in NLT. Let me see. NIV. I just wanted to see what it said in that version. But let me go to 2 Samuel. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 12. And it says, "And when the days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men. But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it from Saul, whom I put away before thee." Verse 16, "And thou and thy house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever," right? And the Most High is talking to David about Solomon and say he will establish his throne forever, right? Here's the thing. Solomon's throne didn't last forever, right? It didn't last forever. He sinned. He went off when he started worshiping other gods of the women, of the wives that he had, which caused the split of the northern and southern kingdom, right? Those heathen women that he wasn't supposed to marry, right? And it says, "If he commits iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men." This never happened to King Solomon when he was ruling, right? But however, it did happen to who we know as, or who the world knows as Jesus Christ, right? Ignorantly. This is, let me go in the NIV. This is Hebrews chapter 7, verse 27. It says, "Unlike the other high priests, he does not need to offer sacrifices daily." I'm sorry, Salakia. "He does not need to offer sacrifices day after day. First of his own sins," see, it said that he sinned. But Yahushua, or Jesus Christ, he never sinned. So what is this talking about? It's talking about when he was Yahushua in his past life, right? He still had to pay for that, right? And then for the sins of the people, he sacrificed for their sins once for all when he offered himself, right? But as you can see, you know, Yahweh sinned as Solomon when he was in his past life, so he had to, you know, bear that iniquity, like, right? Um, let's see. Salakia, 1 second. Matthew 1 verse 1, right? Let's go here. Matthew 1 and 1, it says the book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. So how is he the son of David? Right? Who was David's son? It was Solomon. Right? It was Solomon. That's how we know that Yahweh Shai was Solomon in his past life. Right? It's very simple. Go back to Ecclesiastes. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. And it says, and moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. And what's under the sun? The earth, right? That wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work, right? So when you die, you don't go, you know, you don't go to the depths of hell and burn for eternity. No. The place of judgment is right here on earth. You live out your judgments right here on earth. Right? Example. Let's go to John. John 9 and 1. And it says, and as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciple asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Right? So let's just take this step by step. Why would they say, did this man sin, if he was born blind? Right? Because the prophets, the disciples of old, they understood that when you was born with a condition like that, sometime you did something in your past life which caused you to have a illness or a disability. Right? They understood this. Right? But you know, the influence of Dante's Inferno and these damn heathens and these Edomites, man, influenced our culture and influenced us to believe that, you know, you die and you go straight to hell. No, man. All right, this is Luke chapter 1, verse, let's see, I'm going to start at 15. Let me see, 1 second. So this is Luke chapter 1, verse 15. For he shall be great in the sight of Yahweh, and shall drink neither wine nor strong drink. And he shall be filled with the Holy Ghost, even from his mother's womb. And many of the children of Israel shall he turn to Yahweh their power. And he shall go before them in the spirit and power of Elias, to return the hearts of the fatherless, Salakia, to the fathers, to the children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for Yahweh. Here is saying that, you know, John the Baptist, powerful brother, right? He will be in the spirit and the power of Elias, right? Let's delve a little bit deeper. So he would be in the spirit and the power of Elias, right? Or Elisha. All right, this is Luke 9, verse 7. It says, Now Herod the Tetrarch heard of all that was done by him, and he was perplexed, because that it was said of some that John was risen from the dead, and of some that Elias has appeared. You see that? So certain people thought that, John, he was Elias, right? And of others that one of the old prophets was risen again. You see? So John was in the spirit and the power of Elias. And here it's saying that it's like Elias was risen from the dead, right? As John. Some people thought it was Elias, right? Let's see what Yahushua has to say about this. This is Matthew chapter 17, verse 10. And his disciples asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elias is come already. What? Elias has already came, right? And they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. You see that? Elias already came because he was John the Baptist, right? Elias had already came. He was John, right? Let's go into some prophecy real quick. Malachi 4:4. And it says, Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes and judgments. Behold, I will send you Elisha the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh. You see that? Elisha was long gone, right? When this prophecy was written, right? So even now, I'm going to say this, right? It's very speculated that a brother, an elder, his name was Abba Vivens, he was John the Baptist, right? I got to do more research on it, but I do believe so. I think so. But yeah, it it says that, Elisha will be, he will be prophesying before the great and terrible, dreadful day of Yahweh, man. Right? And we in the last days. So, let's see this. Right? Another example of regeneration. This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. It says, Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. So Yahushua hasn't returned yet, but yet the people who pierced him shall see him. That doesn't make sense. The people who pierced Yahushua, they are definitely dead, right? But how would they see him coming from the clouds? It's because they are regenerated. They are here walking this earth, right? And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen, right? So this is a future prophecy saying that the people who pierced him, Romans, they will see him. Those Edomites will see, the greatest black man, so-called black man, to walk this planet, man. Right? Let's go back into Matthew. Matthew 11, verse 12. And it says, and from the days of John the Baptist, even unto the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. For all the prophets and the law prophesied it unto John. And if ye will receive it, this is Elias which was come before. Sorry. If ye will receive it, this is Elias which was for to come. Right? So here it's saying that the prophets prophesied about, John. And John is Elias. Right? The one who paved the way for Yahushua. Right? Let's do this. I'm gonna go here. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 14. 2nd Ezra chapter 14. Let me see. First 14 verse 35. It says, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. Right? It says that we're going to live again. After death and judgment come, we live again. Because again, when we die, our spirit goes up. Just like the rain cycle, right? What comes up must go down. What goes down must come up. Right? So, our spirit goes up to the Most High, right? He judges our spirit and sends us back down to earth to live out our judgment, right? Let me finish this out. And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared, right? So, and a lot of times, you cut on the news and you see a young child gets hit by a stray bullet, or elderly person, just so happens to, go into the wrong neighborhood and catches a stray bullet. They're living out their judgment, right? They're just simply living out their judgment of the Most High, right? Because everybody still has to pay for what they did in their past life, right? Go to Revelation chapter 10, verse 9. And it says, I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up. And it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And I took the little book out of the angel's hands and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I eaten it, my belly was bitter. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples. Right? John the Revelator, right? He died. But here it's saying that he's going to prophesy again before many people and nations and tongues and kings. Right? So he's walking this earth right now. Right? We're in the end times. Right? That's proving that that regeneration is real. And the doctrine of Dante's Inferno, where you die and you go down to the pits of hell and burn forever, that's a huge misconception. Right? Go here, Daniel. Daniel chapter 12, verse 13. It says, but go thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest, right? You're going to die, right? And stand in thy lot at the end of the days, right? So when you die, you're gonna come back and you're gonna stand in your lot, right? At the end of the days, right? You're gonna stand in your lot and you're gonna live out your judgment, right? Rather it be righteous or unrighteous. You have a lot. Everybody does, right? You're gonna live again. Let's go here. One of my favorite scriptures, right? Numbers chapter 24, verse 17. And it says, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. Right? This is Moses speaking, right? So he's going to see somebody, but not right now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star of Jacob. That star of Jacob is the one we know as ignorantly called Jesus Christ, right? And a scepter shall rise out of Israel and smite the corners of Moab and destroy the children of Sheth. This is how you know this is a future connotation, right? Because this hasn't happened yet. Verse 18. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do vanity. Verse 19. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth in the city. So this is all future connotation, but most importantly, Moses was long gone, right? He was long gone before Yahushua was even on the scene, right? So how is Moses going to see this powerful brother in Yahushua, right, coming back? It's because he will see him, because he's regenerated, right? Walking this earth, prophesying into many nations, man, right? You can find this all over the Bible. This is nothing new, right? Let's go here. 2 Ezra 5. 2 Ezra 5 and 42. And it says, and he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring, right? So the Most High judges, when he judges, it's like a ring, right? Basically what goes round comes round. Like there is no slackness of the last, even so there is no swiftness of the first, right? So basically, you know, he can judge you now or he can judge you later, just like he did with Yahushua. He chose to judge him in his later life, in his latter life, right? As Yahushua, when Solomon went off, you know, he didn't you know, die in a way where, you know, you would deem it as, you know, judgment, you know, but he did when he came back as Yahushua, right? Let's go here. Let's go to Exodus 20 real quick. Exodus 20, 4 through 5, right? Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I am Yahweh thy power, and a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Right? So he visits your iniquity, and in your third or fourth generation, that's when he's going to judge you. Right? Let's take a look at this. Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 16. And it says, the fathers shall not be put to death for the children, neither shall the children be put to death for the fathers. Every man shall be put to death for his own sin, right? So if you sin, you know, your son isn't going to die for what you did, but you will die. You will face your judgment, you know, you will face your judgment when you come back. When your son, you know, have kids and you come back, you're going to face your judgment, right? Matthew 19, verse 28. It says, and Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. You see that? So he was telling the disciples, man, y'all gonna come back. Right? This is Jeremiah. Let me see. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. It says, and thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire of anger. You have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Right? So Jeremiah, he didn't discontinue from his heritage when he was living. He knew exactly what tribe he came from, right? But he's talking about when he came back. When he came back in the third or fourth generation, he wouldn't know who he was, right? Get some more on. Let me see, Psalms 104. This is Psalms chapter 104, verse 29. It says, thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die and return to the dust. Right? So, like, hold on one second. Let me see something. Is this what I want to read there? Oh, Salakia. Yeah, so Psalms 104, verse 29. Thy hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die and return to the dust. So when you die, you go back to the earth, right? You're in the coffin. You under the earth, right? Verse 30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth, right? So he puts you in a new body, and you go back down to the earth. He sends a spirit, right? He sends a spirit to the body of whatever man you came from, and you come forth through the earth with a new face, right? Renewing the faces of the earth, right? The same spirit, just a new face, man. Right? Second Ezra, let's do this. Second Ezra 14. 14 verse 35. They shall smite one upon another, and they shall smite down. Oh, Salakia. Wrong one. All right, so it says, for after death shall the judgment come, right? So after you die, the judgment comes, right? When we shall live again, right? Again, you die, you get your judgment, and you're going to come back and you're going to live again, right? To live out that judgment. This is 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 16. And it says, and those that be dead will I raise up again from their place, and bring them out of the graves, for I have known my name in Israel, right? It literally just said, when you dead, you're going to rise again from your places, right? You'll be regenerated. Let's do this. One last scripture. 2 Maccabees 7, verse, I believe, 22. Okay. Yeah. So this is 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 22. It says, I cannot tell how ye came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life. Neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you. But doubtless the creator of the world, who formed the generation of men and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again. Right? So he gives you breath and life again. So you live again. You see that? But yeah, man, with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. I do so in the name of his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to my elders of the Sakari, man. Shalom.